Hello there, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers, where we are level 80, which means that we can continue onwards with the role quests and the main scenario. Almost said story. The main scenario quest. Sul is going to offer us some materia. He's eager to hear what Granson has to say. So am I. Granson, I have given you ample time to consider the path that has brought you here, and where it invariably leads all who walk it. I didn't know what to do after I lost Melinda. How to mourn her, how to live. I felt that if I put it all on Dakayasune, I haven't said it in about half an hour. Dakayasune, put my everything into the hunt. At least I wouldn't have to think about myself or what comes next. I wanted to hollow myself out and fill up that hole with hate. Forget who I was. And, irony of ironies, that's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago too, isn't it? Heh. Hard men making hard choices. What rot. Oh, hold on to Melinda and the memories you shared. Let that love guide you. Or think not of Dakayasune, but Brandon. Grant him peace and you will find your own. Demajen, so wise. You're right. I don't need the hate. Never did. I'll finish it for Melinda and for Brandon. And then I'll move on. Move on, you say? I can't live off hate. Shouldn't have made it this far, frankly. And the more I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow, pity. Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they lived. Aye, something like that. Reckon Demajen would agree. And Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me a dozen times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way I have. Or maybe you've been thinking about doing that instead, eh? Nod. Well, that was blunt. Apologies for treating you with such disrespect before, Sulul. I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm still getting my head around it. Recognizing your faults is the first and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the claws of Orthus. The ring, together with the bracelet and choker, were 3 relics passed down through the royal family over generations, signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Soldia was the last of her line, and after her death they were stored in a sanctuary for safekeeping. However, so this is why Dakayasune has come back. He's seeking justice for the sins of these robbers. However, a year ago, a band of thieves learned of its existence. The one who stole the fangs and eyes? Yes. The relics were concealed with magical wards. I can only presume that once they were spirited away, Dakayasune was able to sense their presence. Even in death, a slave to duty, you said. You think he pursued the thieves out of an instinctive loyalty to his princess? That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden. Only 2 of the 3 were taken, and the 3rd is still... Stay in the claws of Orthus and he will surely come for you. Yes. Timgaeus is where you must go. To arrive at the place I marked on your map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade, and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Soul Ul. I promise we'll bring your friend peace. With me, sinner. Let us go and sin some more. May you find peace as well, child. May you indeed, grandson. Okay. Let's go and put Arugdin to rest. I say Arugdin because I can't actually remember what they are called on the first. Bit of a jaunt over here. Let's speed this up. It's time for level 80 solo duty. What was I using here? Mushroom powder. Yes, that. Item level 420. Yeah, we're not there yet. You toss the powder into the air and it slowly settles to the earth as twinkling motes of light. A coffer begins to take shape. Oh, and as it slowly settles to the earth. I was going to say that doesn't quite read right. So we're going to have to fight off against Brandon. There's the ring. And also the head of an axe. This must be the claws of Orthrus. Why is it a claw? Yoink. All that's left is to decide when and where we want to confront the Eater. Strongly suspect he's going to show up here. See? All we can do with it here and now. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Hey there, old man. I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I know your story. I know this isn't you. And I know that if Lady Sildy was here, she'd say the same thing. It'll all be over soon. I promise you. So each of the four are going to have tragic stories that we're going to have to deal with. And I am all for that. Because this expansion has been all about tragedy. So much tragedy. And I love my tragedies. Come, let's put the poor bastard out of his misery. So, am I tanking while Grandson is... Oh, the sound of clashing arms on heavy armor. Come to me. Oh, damn, I cut my animation short. Seraph Blade. Can't stun him. So that's a knockback. I wonder if we can get behind him for that. Brand of Sin is an AoE. Yeah. Well, that's hardly fair. This is surprisingly complicated. All the AoEs. Bloodstained. Ritual of the Night. Just finished playing that. Awesome game. If any of you are fans of Metroidvanias, highly recommend it. Except on the Switch, where currently it's got some issues. But it's been patched in a week or so. And by that, I mean a week or so for me. It's probably already been patched by the time... Well, it will have been patched by the time this episode comes out. 15th of July. It's only the 5th today. Seventh Blade is in front of him. Okay, so I can avoid that. Balls. Ow. Ow. So you have to stand in that. Thank God I'm a Dark Knight and I've got some healing. Because that would really hurt otherwise. I'm assuming that Frey just uses random abilities, but there might actually be method. Oh, come on, not again. You're going to put Gransom in it this time. It is. Looks like it's my turn. Wicked white, I felt that one. Nah. Did he just use Flash? Flash isn't in the game anymore. Don't stand in spirits without. That'll hurt. Oh, don't stand in front of Seventh Blade either. Oh, you're going that side, are you? Right. How? Oh, what I should do there is use Blackest Night, shouldn't I? That would make sense. It is the entire purpose of the ability to eat massive damage attacks. Oh. Hey, Frey. Takayasune, you are going down. Might makes right. Yeah, you do have enough time there. Probably helps if I remember a little bit earlier that, of course, he's a paladin. He's doing magic damage, and I've got an AoE that can deal with that. Got you! Nice. Esteem. Esteem is Frey's name, which, you know, is something we knew already, I think. Damn, Eater. Let him go. Oh, no. Damn, Eater. Let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. Oh, the remnants of his crystal. Cracked. Chipped away. Heh. Finally. You watching, Melinda? The remnants of his crystal of light. Now, and ever after, my lady soldier, the sword is yours to command. Brandon? He's still in there. I'll not hesitate again. No matter the cost. No matter the sacrifice. Wait. Is he trapped in the memory still? You're wrong, Brandon. That's not what she'd want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. That would make me lesser in your eyes, wouldn't it? To shoulder a burden that need not be mine. No. I will not forsake compassion and love. I will not dishonour your memory. Oh, my lady soldier. He's gone. So a tiny part of him was trapped, left in the crystal. Is that the ice crystal? And with that, the three treasures of the royal family are reunited. Now we've just got to find a place to stick them so that no scavenger ever stumbles upon them again. Least we can do for the princess and her knight. Am I right? Nod. Maybe Sul will have some ideas. Let's head back to Pliny. The soundtrack, once again, really helps sell the emotion of these scenes. So we're going to have the crystal to take to Geralt or whatever it is. Geralt of Rivia. Him. It is done. Brandon has been laid to rest. You saw us when we arrived. You really have to ask? No, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend, I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your heart subsided as well? Aye, I suppose so. Though, to be honest, it felt like I made my peace with him before we even fought. Because you finally saw him for what he was. Accepted that truth into your heart. The battle was but an afterthought. Ha! Easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with the bloke. By the way, I've bought you some gifts. 3 royal relics of Verbet. And Brandon was safeguarding both the bracelet and the choker. And now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Soul during her night would have wanted, I reckon. Yes, of course. And their souls may sleep soundly forevermore. We shall enshrine these relics for all eternity. Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I'll have to take, but afterwards I'd like to speak with you back at the usual spot in the Crystarium. He's going to go and visit Melinda's grave. Be well, Sul-Ul. I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. You can find the strength to overcome such terrible tragedy, but he did. As have you on no few occasions, I'm sure. Huh. Yeah. This has been a pleasure, Demajen. Do visit me should you ever yearn to hear an old fool prattle on and on. That should be my message to subscribers. Do come back and visit me should you wish to hear an old fool prattle on and on. That's basically been my my entire questing experience so far. Speak with Gransom in the Crystarium. I haven't been back to the Crystarium in a while. How are we doing for time? 23 minutes. Nay, bad. I've forgotten which aetheryte it is to get to. I'll just run. It's just up here anyway, isn't it? Huh. How does one get to that? Huh. Oh, there's an Ethernet shard here. Which one was this? Oh, it was the markets. It's the markets we need to go to. The Wandering Stairs. Branson! Let us wrap this quest up. Well met, Sinner. Glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Having returned to where it all began, I can't help but think back to when I first came here, thinking only about Takayasune. I've got it written down. I've literally got it written down right in front of me. Takayasune. And my revenge. I was so wrapped up in my own personal affairs that I didn't realise I was only pushing others away. Leonard was the only one who saw through the facade. He's a perceptive one, aye. Took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. But enough about him. I've yet to thank you properly, Demajen. Here's so much for sticking with me to the end. So what's next for you, Sinner? Good question. Can't say I feel at home here or in Rite or anywhere else, so I might spend some time on the road. May not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon I'm better than most, and there's always someone in need of a reliable sword hand. Indeed. Linda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits the bill. Bells, isn't that what Brandon and his comrades wound up doing in the end? It is indeed. So, let's not call it a goodbye. Let's just say, until the next hunt. Wheresoever you go, may you find shade, Sinner. I'm wondering if, and it might already be in the game, but I'm wondering if at some point during the patch cycle they will put in a quest if you've done that you have to have done all 4 role quests in order to access, where they all team up and form their own version of the Warriors of Darkness or whatever. That'd be cool, I think. I'm actually quite looking forward now to doing the other role quests, though obviously I'm a long ways off doing that. Either that or he's going to die here. No. The road ahead. I have no idea. Oh, I don't need to choose. I get all of them. Even better. Speaker for the righteous. Give me a title. To have loved and lost. Now, it is possible that Sigurd... I don't know whether I have to finish the MSQ or whether I need to go and do this first. So let's go find out. To the darkest night. No, to the forgotten night. Wait, what? Oh, oh yeah. I was horribly confused for a second then. No, it doesn't look like there's a quest available for me. Sudoku? Nothing? Nothing. Right, so it must therefore be something that we have to do later. Maybe even after this very quest. But we've still got enough time in this episode to go and do that. In fact, what time is it? 10 to 2. I'm very conscious of the fact that I have an appointment to go to this afternoon. And therefore do not want to miss it. Was this the way out? It was one of the way outs. It's not the one I usually use, actually. Let's speed this up. I've just realised that his thing here is literally he's got a whole air shaft. What must be going up to the surface. So Grenolt, not Geralt. Where are you, mates? You're over here. I've let the Ondo down, aye, but more than that, I let myself down. Might as well go back to mending kettles. Showgrenol's a crystal which wouldn't belong to one of Ardbert's companions. Yes. What's that you got there? Such striking beauty. It shines with heartache and laughter and the transience of life like the turmoil of history made manifest. Aye, I can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. Yeah, you'd never capture such a gleam, not if you laboured 100 years. But bugger me if I don't want to try. Where are my tools, goddammit? Must set to work before the feeling fades. Level 80 quests, and this will give us some options. We're obviously going for tenacity, because we're a tank. I can feel it! A vision forming in my mind. Step aside, lass, and let me itching hands get to work. Crafting music? No? Bum, 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 bum. And done. I've taken the wonders that crystal showed me and channeled them into a new shape which befits the Ondo's spiritual character. Giant penis. No? No. Oh, actually, that is quite cool. It's not a giant penis. You know I've been working with kids too much when that's the first thing that comes to mind. Not a bad job if I do say so myself. I had to think I was this close to hanging up my ammo after studying the craft of them ancients. I've been across the length and breadth of Northrend and gobbled up every scrap of craft and wisdom what I could find. But no matter which technique I tried, my work was just no comparison. Couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages. That's what drew me here in the first place. I built my workshop, got the forges burning, and lost my bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for that crystal here, so I might never have got any back. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes of the memory olds just speak directly to your heart. Aye, I can still feel it coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away, it's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance and I reckon I can weave the crystal saga into other things as well. Oh really? Like weapons? But bugger me, I'd almost forgotten the Ondo's commission. If you could drag that lamp over to Tal Sharth for me, I'll stay here and dream up new armaments for you to try. Wonderful. New weapons. You now have access to Grenalt's Forge. Equipment rewards will become available for collection based on the role quests you have completed. Oh. Journey's End gear. Oh. Ooh. Achieve Dark Knight level 80. Okay. Well, yeah then. I'll take all the things, thanks. Sweet. So this is where we get our insufficient armory chest space. Why is that still in my inventory? Dear Lord, I really need to go and sort out my gear at some point. Right. We now have... Oh, yeah. That... Oh, I love the sword. Oh, and it glows as well. Oh, I really like this. I confess, every time we have got the kind of artifact armor, I've really liked it. Every single time. But there's always been something that really niggled me. The level 60 stuff was a little bit too pixely in places. The level 70 stuff had that really kind of annoying spiked trail, which obviously doesn't flow, etc., etc. But this... Obviously, there's no headpiece because we are a Viera. But I am well chuffed. Well chuffed with that. And I may well use this as glamour for a good chunk of the expansion because I like it. Yeah, it's black and gold. Black and gold. Right, where are we actually going? Yeah, just over here. Oh, he just hadn't spawned in yet. What is it that you have there? I have this lamp. The sacred lamp? Then the finless one has kept his promise. My people tell me the many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cups. And now you come at me, bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. I can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once our prayers have been offered. Wonderful. Will this allow us to access the lower floor, I wonder?
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
My voice wasn't actually that far off that one. This is the first time we've heard them speak in a cutscene.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
It did. I thought you were always watching. Missed that part, did you?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day.
Yeah, but you missed the bit with one of your best
So tell
friends.
me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal?
Well,
It was Brandon's then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them.
and of course that line will change depending on what you've been leveling.
I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking.
Maybe that's where we're heading.
I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Well, we cannot stand alone, as Minfilia's told us before she passed on her legacy.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work.
Speak for yourself, Thancred. I had to do a load.
And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
That's me. Ching. We should just give the thumbs up there.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
Yep. That is the implication.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
But he had no reason to well.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
Arguably a noble goal.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost.
Indeed.
But would I have done any different?
And there is what I've been saying right from the start about this idea that as soon as we found out that Zodiac and Hydaelyn were primals, and that the rejoining is them trying to bring their shattered civilization back together. This idea of that crisis of faith. I mean, it's not a crisis of faith, but it's that moment of, would we do any different? If there were so many tens of thousands of years removed, would you not grow bitter and twisted and willing to do more and more to see that initial purpose realized? If you had all of eternity to get something back and you got further and further and further away, would you not see that hope disappear?
How are you feeling?
White. Shiny. Resolute.
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Yes.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
We can go and see it instead.
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city.
They hadn't ventured there before. Ah.
The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes. Impossibly so.
So these are just the outskirts then?
We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
And that was us.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
For us, of course.
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Wonderful, thank you.
Shall we?
Yes. Yes, we shall. I am most intrigued as to what this city of the Ascians is going to look like. More intrigued, I think, than many a thing. Oh. Speak with the Ondo guide. The chieftain has bid me guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come, the way lies downwards. Follow the path of coral and rock and join your comrades below. Now, I've actually already been down here. I'm wondering if we can... Where is the gem trader? Mender? Was it you? No. It was you. No, you still not got a thing over your head. Oh. Well, we can. Maybe we've been able to for a while. Let's have the riding map. That is the riding map for all of the zones completed. And it also means that we can now ride faster. Now. Down here. Yes. Now, this place is a little... Oh, balls. That's one way of getting down. No, no. I've aggros. No, I haven't. Yeah, this place is a little bit iffy. But it was clearly blocked off. All I gathered, yes. Then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest, then continue west and west and west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find the Caliban Gap, the barrier we placed at its mouth. The obstacle will fade should you raise a hand towards it. We have made it so. A most succinct explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Right, deeper into the depths we go. Down, down, deeper and down. And yes, it is a long way down. Oh! See? Long way down. I'm going to do this on mouse and keyboard. Because sometimes the controller camera does not help us out at all. So that's how we're getting back up. Huh. I wager those bursts of water could carry to the clear to the top again. Thank you, Thancred. Uyonshe. Our guide bade us travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. Yet, 'twould seem these twisting tunnels defy such simple as... Well, screw you then, Norplius. Gas shell. Ass shell. Yeah, you can die. Go off. Thank you. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay the path ahead to those who came behind. Gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Right. Scout the path ahead. Ah, yeah, I couldn't get down here before. Stoller. The rock drops off sharply here, but I should think this coal thick enough to serve as a bridge. Yep. And it makes a squelchy noise when you go across it. See an enemy. The Trinculo Shelf. I see an ether current. Hello, Alphano. I shall come back for you. Ah, squishy. Alphanode. Ah, Demajen, you have choice of two routes here. You either take the long way to the south among the rocks, or skip along the coral branches Alizé has done. I, for one, shall be following my sister's example. Ahem. Alphano, of course, being afraid of heights. We are clearly taking the shorter route. Alphano. Again. Ooh, not to it. Alizé has already gone ahead. We should catch up to her. Ooh, what's that? Looks like a giant veiny starfishy thing. Stingray! Stingray! Liddy-diddy. Ooh, that looks like where we're heading. A shiny barrier. Also, I must remember that this is still the same episode. Have we missed somebody? We have apparently missed somebody. Where was Alizé? Oh, there she is. Hello, Trouble. There you are. Come on. I think I found the tunnel we're looking for. Guess I found it too. And if it weren't for the fact that you were hiding in a silly place... I'd be there already. Ba, 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 ba. Alizé, again. Here, this must be the barrier the Ondo spoke of. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. That was a treacherous path indeed. Now I believe one of us needs but to raise a hand to banish the next obstacle. I let you to do the honours. Surprise! Mom. Just like that. Gone. I suppose we should head in. Nod. Nod. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? Yes. I think that would be a fine idea. And we shall proceed with that in the next episode, because otherwise this is going to be over an hour long, and nobody wants that. Story, heart, emotion, feelings, Dark Knight. Yes, all is going very well indeed in the land of Shadowbringers, and I'm very much enjoying it. We shall find out what the illuminated city, the ancient Asian stronghold city is like next time. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you all in that next episode. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and subscribe. Remember to ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, toodle pip.